demon back. Yujido Hanma from Baki. That's one of my favorite shows, animes that I've ever watched. And because of that show, I really began to gravitate towards demons or negative energy, absolute power. And it took me a very long time to come to the realization that that's not that not that's not an energy that I want to indulge in. I always believed, and I set this truth in my head that if I become a high level demon, then I would be able to create nothings into somethings with leverage and enjoy the process. Go through the good, bad, and uglies with a advantage that other people didn't necessarily have. And that was really delusional. I was being very delusional. It didn't necessarily make sense, though I made it make sense because I utilized my emotions to justify doing certain things, and that ended up hurting a lot of people in ways that I never thought that I was capable of. Let me just check if this is connected. Put you right here. Mic'd up. Yeah. Just because you take a certain pathway that seems like the yellow brick road doesn't necessarily mean that everything is gonna be sunshine and rainbows during the process and in the end. I really enjoyed diving into this negative energy and attempting to understand it because that was a bug. Because it felt good. It felt so satisfying for my ego. I didn't really care if it felt right, but it made me feel fueled. Fueled enough to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do. But today I come to the realization that more times than not, you really have to take the harder path, the easy way out, the path that seems easy. I feel like there's always nuances to it. There's always going to be a price that you have to pay. It's almost like people who get rich quick. Is it authentic? Is it from good intentions? Or are they just doing fraud, scamming? There's a lot to it. Raw energy is everywhere. And it's most abundant in your source, deep inside of you. You get to choose whether or not you indulge in the negative or positive. And that's really depending on your truth. what you perceive as negative or positive, because I feel like that's subjective, and if you feel like what you're doing is right, even when it hurts other people, you're still probably going to do it. You're going to be more inclined to do it. So, really give yourself some thought. Give yourself some thought to think about that. Because when you really know what you want in this life, and you understand what it'll do to yourself and other people, you will have so much more clarity in your actions. When I was trying to move like a demon and indulging in this negative energy to achieve what I personally wanted, I wasn't entirely aware of what I was getting myself into, the long term effects. It's almost like instant gratification. It feels good in the moment, but the aftermath, you don't really think about it. And when it hits you, you're in debt. And when you move with authenticity, I truly believe that you won't have debt in the future for yourself. You won't have debt for your future self because you're not pushing anything under the rug for it to return to you when it has nowhere else to go. That's what happens when you indulge in things that you probably know deep down you shouldn't be. Whether that be entertaining your lust or your greed. Pride is a big thing because when you're prideful, that's when your ego becomes distorted. And honestly, I feel like a lot of us struggle with ego. A lot of us struggle with that ego. These bugs, like, I don't even know. I don't even know, bro. These bugs are. I need to learn how to stop letting these small little bugs like ick me. They're icking me. I hate that shit. Ugh.